Hey, I'm Sean, and welcome back to my channel, Some Dude in Texas. Now, as you know, this is a new channel, so I'm still trying to fill things out, get my groove on how I'm going to be doing these videos. So what I'm going to start doing from now on, instead of just doing new releases for that week, I'm going to be doing a weekly metal roundup, basically. So I will try to catch as much as the new releases that come out during that week as possible. But sometimes, they go under the radar and may miss them. Or a lot of times it may not, be any releases that are really, reach out to me that I may not like a whole lot. So I'll go back and go down some rabbit holes and try to check out other bands that I may not know of or some releases that I've missed. So with that all said, let's go ahead and get started on this week's Metal Roundup. Right now, these first couple of albums were already previously released. They've been out for a while, but the last ones are going to be new releases that came out this week. Now, due to me having plans this weekend, I had to record this episode early, so there's going to be a couple albums that didn't make this roundup, but they will be on the next one, so be sure to check it out then. All right, now this first album is from a band in Canada named Deathrus. The name of the album is Unrelenting Malevolence. Now, if you're a fan of that hardcore, old school kind of thrash, but old school death metal, this is the band for you. Definitely tell they've been influenced by a band called Demolition Hammer. They do cover one of their songs named Skull Fractured Nightmare. Now, I've seen that song on the album itself, but I haven't seen it on streaming services like Amazon or Spotify. So you may have to actually buy the CD or the album to get that song. But I also kind of hear a kind of a hint of malevolent creation, especially like stuff off the first two albums, Ten Commandments and Retribution. They've definitely got that malevolent creation kind of old school vibe as well. I love this album. This band just really kind of punches you in the face. When you first hear them, and kind of get that feeling, the first time you hear, hard rock or thrash or death metal, the first time you heard that and that feeling you got, man, that's what this band does, man. It's just a punch in the face. Makes you want to kick something. They also have two other albums before this. They have an EP called Stench of Death, and then a full-length album that's called Hack to Death. Now, I've listened to that one a little bit. I mean, it's awesome as well. Like I said, if you like that old school death metal or that Demolition Hammer style thrash metal, you're definitely going to dig this band. I recommend checking it out. Now, if you're lucky enough to be in the Chicago, Illinois area around March 31st, they are opening up for the band Molder, another awesome old school death metal band. And so if you do get a chance, check them out. Go check out the music, buy the album. I did order this the other day, so I hope to get it sometime next week, and it'll definitely be on a future collection update. So once again, Deathrus, I dig them. I think you should check them out. All right, this next album is from a band in the Ukraine called Mortal Vision. Name of the album is Mind Manipulation. I mean, this is 8 tracks of schizophrenia era Sepultura. I mean, close your eyes, you would think you were listening to an album between Schizophrenia and Beneath the Remains. I mean, this is just Brazilian Sepultura thrash metal. You can definitely tell they've been influenced by them. The rhythm guitar player, he's also the singer. He plays a BC Rich Warlock. The guitar player plays a Jackson Rhodes. And, they're even wearing the Sepultura t-shirts. But if you like that era of Sepultura, I mean, you're going to love this band. I mean, it's like Max and Igor never left, and Chaos AD and Roots was never created. They just kept that schizophrenia, Beneath the Remains vibe going. It is awesome, man. Like I said, just 8 tracks of Sepultura, just good old school thrash metal. Now they're on Redefining Darkness Records. I'll be sure to leave the links. I did order the cassette on this. Hopefully I'll get it next week, and that'll definitely be on an upcoming collection update as well. So once again, if you like that old school style of Sepultura, you're definitely going to love this band. So check them out. Right now, this next album was released last week, January 27th. I just happened to overlook it, but it's a band from Sweden named Methane. Now, it's 7 songs, and it's described as southern metal. Yeah, I would call it a little bit southern metal, but mainly groove metal and kind of some old school thrash. If you like Pantera, and even there's a little bit of hint of probably some corrosion of conformity in there as well. You'll definitely like this band. Guitar player is awesome, man. Just good heavy riffs, some technical parts, but also just some good chugs. And one thing that kind of stuck out to me was the guitar tone, right? It could be a plug-in, but to me it just sounded like they went the old school method and stuck the cabinet in the closet and mic'd it and then hit record. And it's just got a good raw old school feel to it. Now one of the songs on here called Accuser really kind of stuck out. The intro is, I think it's from a viral video from some Karen going off at a at a store somewhere, and it's pretty funny. And they also kind of used a little bit throughout the song as well. Now my favorite songs on this album are "Kill It with Fire," "Accuser," and then "Shock and Awe." If you like that old school thrash, groove metal, southern metal, I mean this album's right up your alley. I dig it. I think you should check it out. Right now, this last album is a band from Lafayette, Louisiana, just to the east of me here. It's a band called Void. Name of the album is Horrors of Reality. It's just released on February 1st. Man, this is just 10 tracks of that new wave of old school thrash metal. I mean, we're talking like Exodus, early Exodus, Forbidden, Testament, and even early Anthrax. It's got, kind of that horror themed lyrics. But man, it's just a lot of fun to listen to. I mean, it's just flashbacks. Brings me back to, like my junior and senior year in high school when I was listening to Anthrax and Testament and Exodus. It's just killer tunes, man. I love it. You can tell these guys are having a lot of fun with it, man. They even got the look, the sleeveless t-shirts, Pestilence, and, just the old school concert shirts, tight jeans, and they're even wearing the white sneakers, the Nikes and the Reeboks. And check out their videos. Like I said, you can tell that these guys are having a lot of fun with it. I did notice that someone did make a comment on their YouTube post that told them, hey, man, come to Texas. And they said that they've been here, a handful of times, but they're coming back in May. So I'm excited. Keep my eyes open. Hopefully they'll swing by my town and I'll go check them out. But this is just, like I said, old school thrash metal. If you're into that, you definitely won't be disappointed. I mean, this is just a great album. Love it. A lot of fun. So once again, it's Void, Horrors of Reality. Check it out. Well, that wraps up this episode. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Hey, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Leave me some comments as well. Let me know what you think about these albums I just reviewed and what your favorite songs are. Also, tell me some other bands I should check out, and I'll do a review on them. So, once again, hey, thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.